Welcome back. Vogue magazine has called gouache the original form of at-home self-care, and that is a pleasure that I think all of us are needing more of right now. So here to show us the best techniques to give our skin a real glow up is registered acupuncturist Amrit Singh. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
So we're delighted to have you, and we want to talk about, for those who are not familiar with gua sha, what exactly is it and why is it so good for our skin?
Yeah, of course. Gua sha is a part of traditional Chinese medicine, so it's been used for thousands of years. It's picking up as a health treatment here in the West, but facial gua sha is picking up more in terms of skincare because it's so effective to give you a really good sculpted look.
So before we get into the actual techniques, and this is all new to me, so I'm very excited. Do we need to prep our skin in any way, or is it just pedal to the metal and away we go?
No, absolutely. You want to start with clean, fresh skin, and then you want to apply a face oil. And that really helps give you a slip between the oil and then the tool itself. So you're not pulling or tugging at the skin. So we sent you the Sahajan Beauty Oil. I love this oil because it's a beautiful blend of frankincense, moringa, and hemp seed. It also has vitamins A, B, C, and D in it. And so what's really nice, and it's super easy to use, just take about 5 to 6 drops in your hand. I like to warm the oil up in between my hands first before I apply it, and then just gently apply it to your skin, always going upwards and out. In skincare, you don't want to pull anything downwards. Start with a little bit on the forehead and going like up on the cheeks.
Already I'm feeling relaxed.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
me
I
too.
like
Same.
doing like little heart, it's a little like heart-shaped massages on our face. It's so nice. Our skin is all prepped, it feels dewy, and we're going to start with actually the first tool that you've brought for us today. It is the Audacity Crystal Contour Gua Sha.
Okay, Cynthia, so we sent you the Audacity Guasa in green aventurine, and Jess, you have the blue one in blue sodalite. This shape is really lovely because it's very long, but it's curved right here. So it's really good to help to sculpt and lift the cheek. So a lot of people worry about like sagging cheek and jowls. So you always want to use two hands. One hand is going to hold. You're going to have your tool up against your cheek, and then you're just going to glide upwards underneath the cheekbone. So the other hand holding is to not pull again. So how we use the Sahajan oil to give the slip, this is the second way where we're not going to be pulling. I recommend about 4 to 6 strokes on each side.
Let's talk about when you go out looking for gua sha tools. How do you make the choice between the different colors and shapes and sizes to decide which one is best for you?
Basically, you just want to make sure that the company is reputable and getting good quality crystals. So there's no mixing of any other materials or plastic or anything like that. And if you want to really get into the whole crystal element of it, each crystal has its own energetic property. Rose quartz is for the heart chakra. Jade is often used in Chinese culture. So it depends also what kind of energetic property you want to bring in with your gua sha tool.
We're going to move on to the next gua sha you have for us today. So, what is this particular shape best for, and where should we use it?
So this one's really good for the jaw because it has this notch here. So it really hugs into the jawline perfectly. You see how it just kind of gets right in there?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Two hands again, and we're gliding upwards. So you always kind of want to go upwards and go right in front of the ear.
Okay, so is there another spot on your face that you could use this particular shape?
Yes, so this notch is really good. And I think a lot of people are having this problem with eye strain with looking at computers all the time. You can use the notch and just kind of go on your nose here and go a little
Oh,
bit back and forth.
Oh, that's a nice
Yeah.
massage.
yeah.
And it's nice to use the
Oh,
other hand to lift your forehead. So then you're not activating your frontalis muscle and creating more lines. So if you lift it instead, then the muscle's relaxed and then you can do the work.
Jess, you're looking good.
thanks, bud. This is good for eye strain. Can it help relieve sort of like other tensions and headaches as well?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
How hard should we be pressing?
Great question. So I just say you want to get a little bit flushed. You want a little bit of redness. You don't want any petechia, which is those red dots. That means you're breaking your blood vessels, you're pressing too hard. So if you go 4 to 6 times gently, you see a little bit of redness coming out, that's all you really need because that's increased your blood circulation.
Okay, the next tool you've sent us are these adorable little spoon-like guys. So take us through how to use this one.
So I really love these. These are the Yang Face Gua Sha paddles. They're not a commonly seen Gua Sha shape, but they're very, very effective. This is actually going to be for your eyes. So if you have puffy eyes, you can easily, again, so use your other hand to lift this up, and then you can just paddle the tool across your
Oh,
eye. So really gently here. We're not pulling. Nothing in the eye
no.
area should be pulling. You're just resting. And you can even go above your eye as well. So you're just like walking it across maybe 3 to 5 seconds on each section. You'll know. And that's a really great thing about it. It's self-care, but it also is like this intuitive thing you start learning about yourself and your face and like what feels good and what you need.
So fun. I'm just loving you. All these just different like accoutrements. It's so great.
Yeah.
So can we combine all of these tools at once each day, or should we pick one type and sort of stick with it?
At the beginning, when you're starting to learn how to do facial gua sha, it's good maybe to just start with one tool, get used to how you use it so it's not so overwhelming. And then as it just becomes like a regular part of your day, you can get a few tools and then really focus in on what you want to work on.
So our final tool looks really cool. It has like different corners. It actually
Hmm.
looks like a little piece of art, funky
Hmm.
It's beautiful.
retro
Yes, the
comb or
Lanshan
something.
stone.
Yeah. So let's talk about what we use this particular one for.
This is the Lanshan Pro Gua Sha tool. It's often referred to as a Swiss Army knife of all the facial gua sha tools because of all the different sides and angles on it. And there's so many different ways to use it. It's very, very good for the neck as well. So it has this really nice curve right here. And so you can go upwards on the neck here. So starting at the base, really gentle, of course, and going upwards like this.
Oh, this one feels the best for me. I like this one a lot.
Aging signs show up on your neck and on your hands. So a lot of the times we start thinking about our neck when it comes to anti-aging, but by that time it's kind of too late. So you want to keep this. There's the platysma muscle in here. It's a very kind of like long muscle that connects into the collarbones. You want to keep this muscle long and soft. It doesn't want to be shortened like the way we are on our phones, right? So this is really nice to do at the end of the night.
Can you tell us about the jagged edge?
Yes,
What's
of
that? What are
course.
we using that one for, huh?
So it's really good. So because it kind of breaks up here and it has these spaces in here, it gives a little bit more stimulation to the skin. So you can gently kind of just go over your fine lines. So I'm gently going up and down because wrinkles, there's a few things. Repeated facial movements, loss of collagen. So if you're making the same movements over and over, let's say you raise your eyebrows a lot when you speak, or you furrow your brow a lot, you need to break down that fascia that's keeping those muscles holding together. The same thing when you have slouched shoulders, right? Everything just starts staying that way. But if you do yoga and you work out and you stretch, it starts opening up more. We're doing the same principles just with the muscles and tissues in our face. You can also use this combed edge into your hairline. So a lot of the times we're thinking about anti-aging and skincare in our face, but we have to think about stimulating our scalp as well. So you can go into the hairline even back and forth, and you will feel all this
Ooh.
tension. You might even have some knots in here. And having a relaxed scalp is really, really important to help shape your face as well, because everything is connected.
Oh,
So
Amber, I'm
nice.
gonna gua sha for the rest of the day. This is amazing.
Okay.
Thank you so much for showing us these techniques.
Yes, you're so welcome. Thank you for having me here.
We'll be right back.